I'm going to talk about the West Valley Records and Collectibles show, but first, let's take a look at a few highlights.
And I looked around and I was like, who's playing music? And then it was the young kid. And he's like, oh, it's my music. And then I get in the Uber and then like he plays some really good hip hop, like not audience stuff. And I'm like, yeah, man. You know, like everywhere you go, it's really good music. And you know, a lot of other places don't have that flavor from my experience.
You know, noticing online, unless it's a fake or something, but all these free concerts they have like in California, where they'll have all these freestyle artists or these classic artists come out, and in the park for free give a concert. I mean, who wouldn't want to go for free to see it?
That's what, and that's what I miss about New York. When they have like, so that's where I grew up. They have like free concerts in the summer, like really good artists, you know.
Speedy's got on board. They could do them in the winter time, you know?
But right now, I mean, my God, exactly. Yeah, well,
This stuff tastes like shit, man. I think we're bad.
It's Josh Wink, right?
Yeah.
Or it's just Wink Records? Oh. I like Acid House a lot.
Why?
I just always.
You do.
get this for the archives.
That's sad.
Come back, come back in another hour. We probably clean the dust. Yeah, so cats. She's very close to his cats, and she's very. I have one. I have one cat.
I left my cat with my mom in Delaware, and that was her cat.
Um,
And I want dogs so bad.
cool looking.
I think they've done a handful of these so far. This is the second one that I've been to, and I did set up to sell some stuff. Um, I had some rap toys, some music related stuff, and some pop culture toys. A lot of like action figures type stuff, and some bobbleheads that I was selling. Uh, but I kind of wanted to show you guys what I picked up there. It was a fun show. I was set up next to a homeboy of mine, so we were like catching up, and we had a good time. I didn't make much money at the show, which wasn't a huge deal, but it was a real good show. A lot of people came through, live DJs, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. One of the vendors was this couple that was selling called Bare Bones, and they were selling cookies, and I bought some cookies, and then at the end of the show, they gave me like a whole bag of like cookies and brownies and fudge and all this stuff that I have no business eating, but I am. Anyway, I want to show you guys what I picked up. I didn't pick up a whole lot, but I felt like I picked up enough to, you know, kind of share with you guys. I don't do a whole lot of vinyl hauls, videos these days because I don't pick up vinyl as much as I used to. But I'm going to show you what you got. These first few records, where did these come from? I think these all came. Oh, that's what the. Okay. So I bought a few from my homeboy, DJ Medicine Man. He is getting rid of his record collection. He kind of uses the computer. You know, I've seen this record, but I never like really looked at it until that show. But this is Flavor Flav, and it's a song called Get On Down. And this is what it looks like, first of all. And I've seen this sticker, you know, I've glanced at the sticker here and there over the years, but I never really looked at it, and I don't know why. And I'm like a huge Public Enemy fan, but I don't have this record, you know what I mean? B-side is a song called The Hot One. What year is this? Man, this is, I can't see the year. This is like super. Oh, here we go. 1999. Yeah, have you guys ever seen that? From Flavor Flav? It's pretty cool. But I got that for Robin. I think he was selling that for $1. And did I get this from Robin or did I? Yeah, this might have came from Robin too. This is The Roots, Act 2, Love of My Life. This I definitely have already, but I couldn't leave it behind for $1. It's like mint condition. So I picked that up too. And then my homeboy Josh over at Candy and Records, he recently got a collection in, and it was a lot of rap and R&B, 12 inches and albums. And he was just blowing that stuff out. There was some other stuff in there, house music, R&B, that kind of stuff. But I picked up a few. He was selling records for $2 a piece. You know, so one of the 12 inches I picked up, I guess you could call this a EP. But this is from DJ Spinna. You know who Spinna is, out of Brooklyn. Famous DJ out of Brooklyn. And this is a EP, Mix the Vibes, Part 2 EP. Spinna intro, Reason. What is this? Dora Mifa Girl and Deep Rooted. And I guess these are all re-edits or remixes or whatever. I'm not even sure what the original sound like. Another mint condition record right there. $2. Ooh, I had to get that. I have this too, but you know, Fat Pocket, Showbiz, and AG. Come on, you never leave Showbiz and AG behind for $2. So I had to pick that one up. This is cool. This is Pitch Black promo LP. And Pitch Black had some production, I want to say, with Pete Nice and DJ Premier on here. I have at least, I think I have one other pitch black 12 inch, but I'm not sure. I think I'm almost thinking of the Prince pitch black 12 inch. But I had to pick this up. I'm not super familiar with that group. I know who they are, but I've never sat back and listened to the whole entire record. I'm not even sure if I'm sure I've heard at least one of their songs, one or two. So let me check that out. This is a classic. Ultimate Beats and Breaks. I don't, these didn't have volumes back in the day. They just had different colors, different color albums or covers. And then later on, they started having artwork. This was the very first one. Now, I have this already. I have 2 copies of this already, but this is a classic. Ultimate Breaks and Beats. I had to buy this again for $2. And this volume has Impeach the President, God Made Me Funky, Gotta Get Out of Here, Action, Cool is Back, and Love's Theme all on one. Now, when I bought my original copy, that was back in the 90s. And I remember the biggest reason I wanted it is because DJ Kid Capri on one of his mixtapes, he used this, and he used this along with the when he mixed the Impeach the President with Stephanie Mills, Something in the Way You Make Me Feel, that he put on his mixtape, one of his famous old school jams. So he goes from Impeach the President to God Made Me Funky, using her a cappella, which was crazy back then. And so that's kind of why I bought it, because it had those 2 songs on there, and I wanted them. And then I eventually found the Stephanie Mills 12 inch with the acapella of something in the Way You Make Me Feel. So anyway, this was, I remember I paid $12 for this in like 1996 or something, from the Scratch Pad in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, like I said, I have it already, 2 copies, but I had to grab this. Had to grab that. It was $2. Well, I'm going to leave that behind. And then here's another one that I have already, but I had to grab this again just because it's so cool. This is Arrested Development, and this is the Revolution 12 inch, but this is the test pressing. One of my favorite groups, and as a vinyl collector, who doesn't love a test pressing of, Revolution was on the Malcolm X soundtrack, which was pretty cool. So I had to grab this, even if I already have it. So I'll throw that in the crate with all of my other Arrested Development records. If you want to hear about a really cool Arrested Development record, look at my last video or my Milwaukee vinyl video, part 3. My Milwaukee vinyl video, part 3. Yeah, look at that video, and I talk about a real cool record on there. Also from Josh, I picked up this album, Sunshine Day by the Macari. And I have this album before. I have this album already. But I can't remember the song. I think it's a song called I Never Was So Happy, but I probably have that wrong. Anyway, there's a really dope song on here. I can't remember if the song was sample or if it has a drum break or if it's just really, really funky. But I had to grab another copy of this because I have it already and I know it's funky, and it was $2. And that's the promo version of it too, so that makes it even cooler. I don't think mine is a promo at all. Mine is in the living room somewhere, so I can't show that to you. But yeah, had to grab it. Had to grab it. You know, $2. Who doesn't like that? Now, when the opening scene in the video is this guy with he's got the $2 records, when the sign that says all records $2 or whatever, and it's all 45s, I think, and with 6 for $10, something like that. So I hit him up and I picked up a bunch of 45s from him. And I hit him up last time. He has some really good stuff. Mostly like real common stuff and nothing super crazy. But he had like 2 boxes, as you saw, of 45s. Or Latin 45s. And he didn't have those. And this is like dead stock stuff that he had. Like straight up Spanish 45. So I picked up a few from him. I'm gonna butcher these names, so I'm just gonna show them to you. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce some of this stuff. And I completely took a chance on this. I didn't bring my portable. I just say, hey, let me grab them. They're $2 a piece, or 6 for $10. I just thought they were cool. So, what would you say that is? Rigo, and whatever song that is. This looked pretty cool. I picked up a couple of these, a couple of different ones. There's another one right there. I haven't gotten around to listening to any of these either. So here's one off of Freddie Records. He had some that were from Arizona labels too, so I had to grab some of those. This is straight from Mexico. So this one I'm not sure, but it's off of Freddie Records. And if anybody recognizes any of these records, holler at me. Let me know in the comments what you think about these. He had a ton of these 45s that were from all these different labels out of Texas. So Texas must be, one of the headquarters for Spanish 45s, or just Spanish music in general. Or maybe that's where they actually cross the border. But there's another one off of Freddie Records that's out of Texas. This next one is just this is some cumbia. Big cumbia scene here in Phoenix. Now this label, Disco Lando, I have 45s off of here. I have some funky stuff off of here, but sorry I can't pronounce this stuff. I don't want to butcher it, but I picked up this one from that label. Here's one. I picked this out just based off of the name of the label. The label is Disco Diana. So I had to check that out. This is I'm not even gonna say it. This is a Arizona label right there. And he had like most of these 45s were like he had multiple copies of them. This is a label out of Houston, Texas. This is another one I bought just based off of how cool the label look. What is this? Remex? How do you pronounce that? I sure hope I end up liking some of these records. Here's another label out of Texas. I've seen this label before. More stuff from Freddie. More Freddie. This one, I don't know. New Gallus, Arizona, though. So that's right there. Right there on the border. Del Sol Records out of Fresno. Somebody help me out with some of this stuff. Let me know what I got here. What is this? Cool looking label. Picked up a few of those. Hacienda Records. That's a cool looking old school label. Another Disco Lando. This is a cool looking label. This is as Mexican as it gets. And this is out of Scottsdale, Arizona. That red and that green like that. Oh, here's one you might recognize, El Chicano. MCA. Y'all know who they are. I have that album. A lot of people have the popular album. Here's another one. Wait, is this Arizona? Doesn't say. Oh, made in Mexico. All of these are super clean mint condition. Like, look at that. Luna out of Phoenix, Arizona. I should have pulled out my portable and played some right now. Recorded in Mexico, but released in New York City. What does that say? Americana Melody. What's that label? Yeah, that's all the Spanish stuff, and then I went on and picked up Fat Boys. That's got Crushin' on the B-side. That's the dope song off of that fourth album. What was that fourth album called? I think it was, oh, Crushin'. That's what it was called, Crushin'. Yeah, so that's it. That's everything I picked up from the Westside Collectibles and Record Show. Once again, it was a good time. A lot of people came through. But I tell you what, Josh from Candy and Records, the stuff I got from him, man, people were literally attacking his table. He has so much good stuff. So many cool rap 12 inches that I just couldn't believe. If I didn't have most of the stuff that he was selling, I would have bought half of the stuff he had. And he had a lot of stuff, man. It was pretty cool. He made some money that day. I'll put it that way. So anyway, yeah, just sharing here. This is Daryl D. That's all I got for you. Um, I'll be back soon with more records to talk about. All right. Thanks for hanging out. This is Daryl D. Peace.